A woman who left your life years ago is trying to re-enter. This time, her mission is different. Archangel Michael says, there's a shifting in the air that even the angels are watching closely. Someone from your distant past, a woman who once walked away, is finding her way back toward you. But the light surrounding her now is not the same as it once was. She is no longer moving with the same intentions you remember. This time, there is something hidden in her spirit, a quiet storm behind her return. Her mission is cloaked in silence, but heaven sees all. She is planning something that may not be obvious at first. She might knock with kindness, smile with familiarity, and speak with nostalgia. But Archangel Michael urges you to pay attention, not to her words, but to the energy she carries now. When she left you, your heart was cracked in a way that only time understood. There was no proper closure, no clarity, only a void filled with unanswered emotions. But her return now is stirring up something powerful in the spiritual realm. There's a hidden reason the universe allowed you to see this message today. The timing isn't random, and her reappearance has been noted by those who protect you. She is coming not to apologize, but to complete something she started long ago, something unfinished, something karmic. You may feel confused, nostalgic, or even happy at first. That's how old ties work. They bring back feelings that feel familiar but are no longer safe. Her mission this time is not about reconnection, it's about control. Archangel Michael says she has been watching you from a distance for a while. Her life didn't go as planned, and she remembers the energy she once received from you. She wants access to it again, your light, your peace, your growth. But you are not the same person you were when she left. You've transformed through fire, trials, betrayal, and spiritual awakening. The version of you that stands now is a divine weapon, sharpened by pain and protected by heaven. Still, her presence can bring disruption if you let her too close. That's why this warning was sent. She may pretend to be healing, to have learned, to have softened. But inside, her spirit is still wrestling with envy and unfinished power games. She may tell others that her intentions are pure. She may use others to open the door she once slammed shut. But the moment she gets access to your energy, again, everything you've built can start to shake. Archangel Michael says, it's not about holding grudges. It's about recognizing energetic traps. You don't owe her your peace just because you once shared memories. She knows who you've become. She knows your name is being whispered in rooms she was never allowed to enter. And that's why she's trying to re-enter now, not to support, but to disrupt. You've been on a path of divine alignment. Angels have been removing false people, distractions, and emotional parasites from your journey. Her return is a test. One wrong move, one open door, and you could be pulled back into cycles you've already broken. Watch how she moves, not just what she says. She is being driven by something spiritual that is not from light. Archangel Michael says, be wise, not bitter. Forgive, but protect. Release, but do not reattach. Even if you still care, you must care for yourself more. Even if your soul remembers, your destiny demands boundaries. She may come through a message, a mutual friend, or by showing up somewhere unexpected. Don't ignore the signs, the unease in your stomach, the flicker in your intuition. That is heaven's alarm system working inside you. Her energy is different now. It carries the scent of desperation, the sound of manipulation, the cloak of hidden intentions. She wants access, not healing. Do not let familiarity be your blindfold. Even snakes return to old gardens when they remember where the warmth was. You are no longer who you were. You are a new creature. Your blessings are too close, your mission too urgent, and your protection too sacred to be compromised. She left once because she didn't see your value. Now she returns because everyone else does. That's not love. That's strategy. Archangel Michael says she will use timing, softness, even sorrow. She may talk about her mistakes and how much she's grown. But none of that matters if your soul feels heavy after the conversation. Watch her patterns. The person who's truly changed won't need to announce it. They will walk in light, and their presence will bring peace, not confusion. You've prayed for peace. Do not trade it for nostalgia. You've cried for clarity. Do not surrender it for comfort. Your name is rising. Your presence is expanding. That's why the enemy is using familiar faces to distract you. This woman may be wrapped in a story that tugs your heart. But remember, a beautiful lie can still destroy a blessed truth. Let heaven continue to do the sorting. Let Archangel Michael guard the gates. Let your discernment be sharper than your memory. Your future is too valuable. Your soul has been through too much. Her mission this time is different, but that doesn't mean it's divine. Stand firm. Stand strong. Let her knock, but you do not have to open the door. Because this time, she is not here for reunion. She is here for realignment of your energy, your spirit, your path, to suit her broken plan. But her plan was never approved by heaven. And what heaven did not authorize, you must not entertain. Archangel Michael says, you were saved from her once. Don't chain yourself again. A familiar face doesn't always mean a friendly soul. A shared history doesn't guarantee a shared destiny. And no matter what she says, remember what it cost you the first time. The universe rarely gives second chances to old storms. If it does, it's to test your shelter, not to relive the flood. You are being watched now by divine eyes. Your next decision is crucial. The angels are holding back a wave of blessings, but they cannot pour it where confusion dwells. Keep your spirit clean. Keep your circle protected. Let her words pass, but let your gates remain closed. This is not about punishment. This is about purpose. And your purpose can't afford old poison dressed in sweet intentions. Walk away with grace, but do not turn back. Her path is hers to walk. Yours leads to a higher dimension. You've come too far to let a ghost from your past become a thief in your future. Let the doors stay shut. Let the angels do the guarding. Let your silence speak louder than any welcome ever could. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, you may feel torn inside, wondering if it's wrong to reject someone who once mattered. But remember, just because someone mattered once doesn't mean they deserve a place in your now. God doesn't recycle old lessons unless you are about to forget what they taught you. There's a deeper spiritual reason why she's coming back at this precise hour. There's something about your current vibration, your progress, your prayers, your positioning, that has triggered her return. She senses the doors opening for you in the spirit, and she's trying to slip through them too. She may wear a mask of love, or even redemption, but the angels can see through it. The energy she carries is no longer compatible with your soul's calling. This isn't about hatred or resentment, it's about divine protection. You've been shedding skin, evolving, building a higher standard. Your frequency is changing, and she no longer fits into that frequency. Still, she remembers how your energy made her feel, and she believes that reconnecting will give her the stability she failed to create alone. But you are not a foundation for broken patterns. She may approach with a wounded heart, asking for forgiveness. And yes, forgiveness is divine. But forgiveness doesn't require access. You can release her from your heart without opening your door. You can wish her healing without inviting her into your peace. You can offer closure without offering contact. Archangel Michael whispers, your mission is not to rescue those who once drowned you. Your job is to stay afloat now, so others don't sink you again. She left you during a time when you needed support. She chose absence over accountability. And now, she's hoping your kindness will forget all that your soul endured. But God didn't bring you through the fire just to have you return to smoke. You may see her as familiar, but heaven sees her as misaligned. Your spirit is soaring toward destiny, and hers is wandering in confusion. The gap between you is no longer emotional, it is spiritual. You are being upgraded. Your spiritual credit is increasing. She sees that, and now she wants to reattach. But this reconnection would not be mutual, it would be parasitic. She will make her entrance subtle. Maybe she'll start with an innocent message or a memory. Maybe she'll pretend like no time has passed. But Archangel Michael says, every second you spend engaging her is a second delayed from your true assignment. You are a chosen one. You are not to be distracted by glitter from a past that nearly destroyed your glow. Remember, she's not coming back because she values you. She's coming back because she needs something from you. Ask yourself what broke when she left. Ask yourself what healed when she was gone. And ask yourself if the peace you've gained is worth sacrificing for a maybe. This time, she's not here for love. She's here for leverage. And heaven will not let you hand over the keys to your future just because your past is knocking. You have spiritual authority now. You are no longer the version of you that tolerated chaos. You're not confused. You're not weak. You're not available to be used again. So listen closely, this is your moment of clarity. Archangel Michael says, mark this date, because this is the moment you are being tested for your next promotion. This is the moment where God is watching, to see if you'll honor your healing, or gamble it for familiarity. She will make you feel seen. She will remember the things no one else remembers. She will try to speak your language, but she's forgotten that your soul now speaks a different dialect. She's not the same either. But different doesn't mean better. It just means unfamiliar. And unfamiliar doesn't mean safe. Archangel Michael says, don't mistake her curiosity for care. Don't mistake her attention for affection. And don't mistake her reappearance for repentance. If she truly changed, she would have healed without needing to pull you back in. You don't need to prove anything to her. Not your worth. Not your strength. Not your love. Your absence already taught her more than your presence ever could. If she was meant to be part of your destiny, she wouldn't have exited during your drought. And if she truly came back from God, you would feel peace, not pressure. This isn't about revenge. It's about remembrance. This is about honoring who you've become. Archangel Michael says, "Your peace is your proof of progress. Don't let anyone take it away, especially someone who didn't help you build it." When your name is being whispered in heaven, don't answer calls from ghosts of old chapters. Keep your posture upright. Keep your spirit alert. The enemy is trying to come dressed as the past, but your discernment is sharper than ever. You are being elevated. And elevation always attracts the ones who underestimated your rise. Let them watch from a distance. Let them remember what they lost. Let them witness the favor they can no longer access. Because you're not going back. And this time, you don't even have to explain why. Archangel Michael says, divine timing is no accident, and you are reading this message not as coincidence, but as divine protection activated in real time. Right now, there are spiritual forces preparing your future, but there are also watchers from your past hoping to gain access before that future fully blooms. This woman isn't just someone from memory, she's a symbol of who you used to be. She's testing your alignment, testing your emotional growth, testing whether you truly closed that door or just left it unlocked with feelings unspoken. She believes the time you've spent apart weakened your defenses. But what she doesn't know is that heaven used that separation to rewire your destiny. You were made stronger, sharper, more intuitive in her absence. And still, her return is not by random chance. It is happening now because she senses your glow returning. Your name is ascending, your presence is becoming influential, and the ripple of your calling is now undeniable in both the physical and spiritual world. She's not just walking in on a whim, she's being pulled toward your energy because it threatens what she clings to, control. There is a battle happening beyond your sight, a clash between light and shadows. And this moment, this re-encounter, is a spiritual crossroad. Your old self might want to give her another chance. But your higher self, the one God and angels work tirelessly to awaken, is ready to say no with authority. You must remember that every time she left, she planted a seed of doubt in you. And every time you healed, you broke a chain that tied your worth to someone's approval. You owe your current version a vow never to walk backward into old storms. You didn't survive what you did just to end up back in the same place. Let her stay in the past. Let her memory stay a teacher, not a tenant in your current space. Her return is not a gift, it's a distraction disguised as an opportunity. Archangel Michael says, tests don't always look like struggle. Sometimes they look like comfort that comes at the wrong time. And just because she says she wants to make things right doesn't mean she's capable of doing so. Her apology could be real. Her regret could be genuine. But that doesn't mean she gets to cross back into your healing. You are now in a place where spiritual accuracy matters more than emotional history. She left because she couldn't handle the calling on your life. Now she returns because she sees the fruit of it. But you are no longer handing out access based on emotion. You are protecting your gates, your calling, your peace. This is not just about one person, this is a divine example. God is showing you how far you've come. And the universe is watching to see if you'll remember what it cost you to get here. Her presence now is not revival. It's a a mirror to reveal how deeply you've healed. You do not need her closure. You do not need her validation. And you absolutely do not need her involvement in this next chapter. Let her stay as a page you've turned, not a plot twist in a new season. Archangel Michael says, release the guilt, release the pressure, release the temptation to revisit pain. You don't need to prove to anyone that you've forgiven them. You prove it by not allowing them to hurt you again. There is a fire in you now that wasn't there before. A holy fire. A divine clarity. And that fire will burn away any false attachment that tries to sneak in under the illusion of healing. She wants what you have, not because she wants you, but because she wants to access the energy that made you powerful without her. And that is not love. That is spiritual leeching. You are more than the version of yourself she walked away from. And your future deserves a clean altar, free from ghosts, free from guilt, free from games. Heaven is aligning people who are meant to honor you, protect you, build with you. This returning figure does not fit that blueprint. So be still, be alert, and be brave. You may feel emotional. You may feel conflicted, but Archangel Michael reminds you, you are protected, and protection sometimes looks like divine distance. If she texts, let your silence speak. If she calls, let your discernment answer. If she appears in your thoughts, let your spirit remind you, I've healed from this. She left once. That was her choice. Her return is not your responsibility. God is watching how you handle this chapter. And based on your decision, the next door will either burst open or be delayed. Choose wisely. Choose with wisdom. Choose with memory. You've walked through too much pain to entertain poison dressed as potential. She had her chance. Her exit was loud. Let your boundary be louder. The woman who left cannot handle the version of you that heaven has built. She will shrink your light if allowed. And that is why this message was sent today, to protect you from regression disguised as reconciliation. Let peace be your anchor. Let discernment be your sword. And let Archangel Michael keep you 10 steps ahead of every spirit that seeks to rob your eyes. Walk away with a holy calm. Smile with spiritual certainty. And let the door stay shut, not in bitterness, but in reverence for your future. Because this time, her mission is different. But your purpose is too powerful to be tampered with. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the test you're facing now is about spiritual memory, not emotional weakness. The reason her face is reappearing in your life is because darkness always knocks before the greatest light is revealed. She isn't just a person, she is the embodiment of a cycle God already delivered you from. She represents temptation in the form of trust, confusion in the form of comfort, disruption in the form of closure. And you must be wise enough to see through it all. The universe has already been shifting to bring you clarity. You've probably noticed strange dreams, emotional flashbacks, or random thoughts of her that seem to appear without reason. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual warfare. There is a dimension of your future that cannot be unlocked until you fully, truly, and finally release her. Because your destiny can't rise when you dragging old energy behind you like an anchor. She carries with her the vibrations of guilt, manipulation, and subtle sabotage. Her mission this time is quieter, more strategic. She may not scream or fight or cause visible chaos, but her energy is sharp, and it will pierce your peace slowly if you open the door. This is not a warning made in fear, it's a call to authority. Archangel Michael says, "Stand tall in your spirit. You are more than just a healed person, you are now a guardian of your future." Do not hand her the keys to a temple she never helped you build. Do not allow her to sit at a table she once flipped in anger or indifference. And above all, do not lower your frequency to match the memory of who she was. She's coming with sweetness in her voice and strategy in her shadow. But she is being used by forces that can't touch you directly, so they send her instead. And that is why this divine intervention arrived on your screen. Because heaven needs you alert, awake, and armored. Your light has grown. Your name is echoing in dimensions she cannot access without your permission. But permission requires awareness. And awareness requires truth. The truth is, she is no longer part of your path. The role she once played was already written, performed, and closed in heaven's records. You are in a new scene, a new script, a new story. Let her knock, but let the angels answer. Let her text, but let silence be your reply. Let her circle around your orbit, but keep your boundaries as firm as sacred stone. Archangel Michael says, "You must guard your peace like a crown. You must protect your purpose like a flame in the wind. Because what's coming to you next, the blessings, the favor, the breakthrough, they are too valuable to be compromised by emotional rewinds. You've cried too much to be careless now. You've healed too deeply to reopen that wound. And you've grown too strong to be shaken by old storms in new disguises. So let her try. Let her send messages. Let her play the role of changed woman. But let heaven be your filter. Let discernment be your shield. Let destiny be your focus. You don't need revenge. You don't need an apology. You don't even need understanding. All you need is to remember what it cost you the first time she walked away. The emptiness, the confusion, the rebuilding, and the miracle God did inside you in her absence. That miracle must not be undone. You've been chosen for too much. Your soul is sacred space. And not everyone, even those you once loved, should be allowed back in. The spiritual realm is watching your response. Will you fall for a pretty mask, or stand firm in your purpose? Archangel Michael says, choose power over pity. Choose peace over pattern. Choose forward over familiar. There's a crown waiting for you. Don't trade it for a memory wrapped in regret. Close the door not with bitterness, but with brilliance. Close it knowing you are stepping into alignment, not loneliness. Close it not to punish her, but to protect yourself. Because this time, her mission is different. But your wisdom is divine. And your future is far too important to gamble on someone who already proved they weren't ready for it the first time. You are ready. You are rising. You are protected. Let her watch from afar. Let your silence be the boundary. Let your glow be the reminder of what she gave up. Let her realize that the person she once walked away from is no longer reachable, because you've evolved into someone only heaven can touch. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, you are now standing at a threshold that few ever reach, the line between complete healing and full ascension. The return of this woman is not just emotional, it is prophetic. Her arrival signals the final temptation before your next major spiritual promotion. She is the last echo of a chapter that heaven has already closed. But the enemy often uses familiarity to reopen wounds and reroute destinies. You are too close to your breakthrough for confusion to be allowed. She will act like nothing has changed. Or worse, she may act like she's changed and you haven't. This is a tactic. Don't fall for it. This woman carries within her an old script, one in which you were the giver, the forgiver, the one always bleeding yourself for the sake of peace. But that role is over now. That identity has expired. Your current self does not match the version of you she once knew. You no longer beg for love. You no longer break for those who wouldn't bend. You no longer offer grace to those who treat your heart like a convenience. And this time, heaven will not step in to stop you. You must use your authority. Archangel Michael says, her mission is not violent, but it is invasive. She may not come with hate, but she comes with spiritual weight, enough to throw your balance off and make you question what God already confirmed. Do not entertain what you've already escaped from. When she left, she assumed you'd crumble. But instead, you discovered your own power. That power threatens her now, which is why she's seeking connection. But this is not love. This is energy theft, emotional robbery, spiritual confusion. She's not here to build, she's here to bind. Because when a person returns after walking away from your lowest moment, they don't come back to elevate you. They come to level you. She misses what you gave her. But she doesn't miss you. She misses how you made her feel, supported, admired, desired. And now that her own world is crumbling, she's reaching for the last light she remembers, you. But you are not a crutch. You are not a restart button. You are not available for missions that were never blessed by heaven. Your path has already been written, and she's not in it. Archangel Michael says, look at how far you've come. Your spiritual elevation is no longer fragile, it is solid. But even strong towers can fall if old cracks are reopened. You must be vigilant. You must be ruthless with your peace. You must honor your healing, even if it looks like coldness to others. She may play the victim now. She may say you changed. But what she really means is, you grew without her. And you did. You bloomed. You broke curses. You stood tall when no one applauded. You did the work. You became a version of yourself that she never believed you'd reach. That's why she wants back in, because now, she sees your worth. But you must remember, people who only see your worth after the world notices are not part of your tribe. They are part of your trial. Do not confuse the two. Archangel Michael says, this message is your sword. Use it. Slice away the doubt. Cut through the guilt. Sever the ties. Let her remain in memory. Let her journey continue. But not beside you. Not anymore. You were sent here with a mission far too important to be shaken by unfinished business. You've healed the wound. Don't reopen it just to prove you're strong. She had her chance. She made her choice. And her return now doesn't erase the lessons of her absence. You deserve partnerships that pour into you. You deserve love that doesn't require you to bleed. You deserve protection, not tests. This is a holy warning. the kind heaven only gives when something major is about to be released. Do not let your heart override your intuition. Do not let your memory override your discernment. And do not let your compassion override your boundaries. She was once part of your story, but now, she is the reminder of why the next chapter must be guarded with fire. You are no longer available for spiritual detours. And if you listen now, if you honor what your spirit already knows, you'll cross into a new dimension where these tests no longer reach you. Because this was the last one. Her mission was to delay you. Your mission is to rise anyway. Let her go, again, this time, forever. Let her stay as a character in your past, not a participant in your prophecy. You are chosen. You are shielded. You are already free. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.